Cookie.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Say hello, Cookie.
Hey, girl. I got a question.
Okay.
Do you feel like if you break up with somebody, like, should you return all the gifts and shit they gave you?
Do I want to see him again?
No.
Do I see one of and like gifts they gave me or shit I wore from his house?
Yeah, gifts.
Because those are also gifts.
They're good. So I'm just saying, what's your philosophy? Should a nigga get his shit back?
No. 100%. Well, because anything you buy me while we together is mine. Just like anything I buy you while you together is yours. I'm not asking for your PlayStation 2 back. So I was like,
but what? I want that PlayStation 2 back now.
Give my PlayStation back.
I want that shit back.
Like,
Get that to my
bruh.
cousin.
I can't resell that shit.
No, but what if you the one that ended the relationship? Like, and you the one that ended the relationship, and so it's like, okay, well, I still wanted to be with your bitch ass. And I don't buy things for bitches that I'm not going to be with. Like, I could see him being like, you ended it. Why? Give me the shit back because I gave you the shit.
Don't be an Indian giver.
Believing we was going to be together.
No, Indian giver.
I actually heard the term Indian giver is like super offensive.
So
I got to tell you the story why. Why? So, so my family is from upstate New York, Niagara Falls, New York, and the Indians, the Native Americans run the casinos up there. And my sister used to work with some of the Native Americans when she worked at the casino. And she was like, she's like, she said she used to say shit and like about Pocahontas and stuff, make little funny jokes. And she was like, but her Native American friends would give her some schooling or some real shit. Like, first of all, the white people lied to your ass. No, that didn't even happen like that. Like, and so she said one time, I think she said something about Indian giver. And it was like, that's fucking offensive because it's like, Indian giver is something they called us when all we wanted was our shit back. We never told you could have it. So you're the one who was under the wrong impression, but tried to instead flip it on me and say that I'm taking something back that I gave you when I never meant for you to have it. I was letting you use it. And so
you didn't make that clear, my nigga.
Well, did I not make it clear, or is that how you feel? That's what they said. They was like, actually, it's offensive to call because like white people started calling them that because they wanted their shit back, but they had never intended for them to have it. And I was like, oh, that's an interesting. I had never heard that. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. So I'm like,
kind of like I did with your vacuum.
Listen, let me tell y'all. I don't know if I talked about this in the past, but this also shows you I need therapy.
I thought it was really both of ours.
But why do I need therapy? Why did I let Kimmy borrow my motherfucking vacuum? Listen. And here's the thing. I knew it was a problem the day after, the very next day, because I know how much I like my vacuum because I vacuum a lot.
I didn't know that part.
No. I'll have all wood floors, but what I do is when I sweep, I use the suction part to suck it up because I feel like the vacuum does better than the dustpan at you trying so it sucks it up. And I was like, so let me tell you what I did. I was like, well, she just has a vacuum now. So I went to Amazon and bought me another one.
I didn't know I was that serious, but I'm like, oh, she got hardwood floors. She'll let me know when she needs it.
So I only have carpet in my bedroom. But yeah, no. So you feel like under no circumstances do you ever have to give a nigga his shit back?
No, not at all. Because here's the thing, like, you bought it. It's the same thing as far as, like, I see it as the same as, like, I'm not going to tell the secrets that this nigga told me in our relationship. When you gave that to me, we was good blood. When you told me those things, we was good blood.
Yeah.
So why now that we bad blood am I going to go back on things that we were good blood on? You gave me that. You wanted me to have it.
And are we even bad blood? Maybe it just didn't work out with us.
If it didn't work out, you definitely shouldn't want your shit back. But even if it didn't work out in a bad way, it's just like, okay, so it didn't go well, but like you bought me those things. So what do you need them back? You're not going to put them on Craigslist. You're not going to do nothing with it. It's just you trying to me, if a nigga asks for my stuff back, it lets me know you still love me. And
yeah, because okay, elaborate though. Why?
Because like to even go through the energy, like it's to the point of there's so much shit that I could care so much less about. Like, you know how you buy some shit from Fashion Nova? That's why like Fashion Nova get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You buy some shit, you don't even care much to return it because it's just
who cares?
It didn't cost me that much.
It didn't
I put
fit.
that much
It could
love
just
on
sit
it.
in my
Whatever.
house. Yeah.
Right. I give it to somebody else if they want something like that type of deal. Right. And so, but if I care enough to go take it back, print out the receipt, I really either felt like I spent a lot or it wasn't equitable in what I got. And so if I'm putting that much energy in it, because now we're talking about the price of the energy I'm putting into it. So if you're gonna be calling me, asking for your stuff back, you really hurt. I really hurt you, and I'm sorry. And let's dive into that. But you're not getting the stuff back, bro.
You think so?
Nothing.
You think it's a matter of they're just hurt?
Yeah, I think it's a hurt, or maybe you feel betrayed, or you feel there's an emotion tied to it. But you don't want this. Like,
no.
I mean, like even in my divorce, like nigga, you don't want this car. You saying you want this car because
Yeah.
you want to hurt me, but you don't want this car. You don't care about this car. You know,
Yeah.
like
It's so funny because in my breakup, wow, here we go. Cookies. Play the violin. Cookie about to get on some stupid shit. No, I was just thinking about in my breakup, right? Like so we were engaged and we broke up and I gave the ring back. And it's funny, like, because I gave the ring back and the idea was like, well, yeah, we're not getting married. Why would I keep this, whatever. But the minute that he actually wanted to take it back, I felt some type of way. Mm-hmm. And I almost want to be like, give me the fucking ring back.
It's mine.
Yes,
give me my ring back.
And that's how you know, because there was a feeling still attached to there. But generally, like you said, if this is just what it is, yeah, why would I don't really care about, for real, like I can relinquish some shit. Like I don't have to have this.
Yeah, especially if you bought it for me, really it's something that's for me, right? Like, you bought me some clothes that I like, so it's just like you like give me them back. Like, what are you gonna do? Give them to another bitch? You're not, So it's
exactly.
like,
you're not gonna get.
You just don't want me to have something to bring me enjoyment.
Exactly.
It's just like,
you don't want me to be enjoying shit without you. And here's my thing. The reason I agreed to about no, you don't give shit back. I just thought it was
because I'm not asking for my shit back.
To hear what you said. Well, here's my thing. You can't give me my shit back. I want you to go back in your closet, dig deep in the back, and give me all the ass I ever gave you.
Exactly.
I didn't lost. Here's my thing. I didn't gave you. So you gonna give me all my ass back? You know what I'm saying? You can't even give it back.
My young
Matter of fact,
years.
nigga, you didn't took my good years. You didn't took some of my good years, nigga. I didn't wasted some of my shit, my prized possession on you. Putting in an investment that didn't have a really good return. Yeah. So who really lost out? Because you gonna go find another game with me. Yeah. You about to go find another bitch to dip into, right? Mm-hmm. Me, like you got me over here like stealing some of my time.
You know what I'm saying? I'm crying and shit with a sad playlist on. My eyes puffy and shit. That's me.
Time on my hands. Right. There we go. Right. Come on. No. So no, I agree. I just wonder. Sometimes I be thinking though, like I'm on both sides, because on one side I'm like, well, you know what? I don't want your shit anyway. Take it back. Like, we're not together. But then on the other side, it's like, what the fuck you asking me too, though? Yeah. Like, move on with your motherfucking
Even if I don't
life.
want your shit, I'm not putting that much energy into getting your shit together.
Yeah.
And if you you're gonna have to come over here and pack this shit up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing none of that. No, so no, I think about it too. But no, I'm glad to see. I feel like we're mature. But do you ever think back? Have you ever done something that you're just like, wow, I was really tripping?
Ooh, a couple times. I mean...
And can you see it from or do you really look at it like, wow, do you see where you were, like how far?
I mean, there's some instances now that I think about, like, even when I was dating and I was younger, and maybe, like, a guy I was dating was asking me for something, asking me for more attention, more time, or something like this, and I just, like, kind of wasn't in the space to give it, and I thought he was tripping, like, oh, he trying to micromanage me, when really it's like, no, like, I just wanted a girlfriend who wasn't in the streets.
That's it.
You know,
I wanted to spend time with you.
I can say I do have a situation like that, or a situation with this guy who I was with for about 3 years where, even it's the way we ended and the way it all ended, I'm just like, yeah, I probably played a larger hand in that. Like, I was probably tripping. I didn't probably appreciate who he was.
Right.
Or appreciate to have someone who matched me like that. Ooh, like, you know.
Come on, talk about it.
So, definitely. Ooh. Yeah, like, ooh, girl, you was trying to tripping.
But the place you have to be in to be able to see that, though. Very my God. It's like a gift and a curse, right? Because on one hand, it's like, wow, I'm glad that I can see that now so that I don't repeat that. But then on one hand, it's like, God damn, I was where was I? I just, like, now I know. It hurt my feelings to think about some of the things I did, but I didn't understand the magnitude until I fell in love with somebody. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But, like, but that's how we get to our thing that we always say, like, but this next nigga... This next one, that's how you know you're on a really like higher vibration, because you like
straight up. That's why I tell you this next nigga. Yo, the way it was with this last nigga. Oh, I know this next nigga is everything.
And he gonna get all of it. He gonna get like
he about to get all of it, because now that
he gonna get sauce of the earth.
Oh,
for me.
Come on, come on. Now that I understand what this love is, like, now that I can feel what this means. That means this next nigga, I'm about to love you like
he gonna get you a king amongst men.
Yo, let me tell you, he gonna get something that nobody has ever had. Like, I'm about to love you so much. I love you right now. That's how much I love you. I don't even know your motherfucking ass. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I love this nigga already. So I just need you to step into it. I already love you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why, and that's how you know it's unconditional. Cause I don't know you to know what the fuck you did, to know what you got.
Yeah.
I don't know a motherfucking thing, but I love you, nigga.
But I know it's you. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's you.
And I recognize, and I know how to recognize you. Are you going to be so happy that I don't got to weed through and put you through and drag you through and decipher you through and learn you through? Because I can recognize you. That's the one thing I think that I've gotten as I've gotten older. And I'm not old by no means, but just time. It's just like
by
recognition.
No means. Exactly.
You know, like I could pull up on a fake diamond and be like, right? Yeah. I can recognize some fake Louboutins real quick, right? As you getting older and more seasoned, it's just like, and I can recognize my soulmate. Like, oh, this is you. I don't got to fuck this up now because now I can recognize you. I can see you.
I can see you.
I see you even before I met you.
And I'm so happy, even though it hurts me because once you wake up, you have to acknowledge all the times you were asleep.
Yeah.
And that hurts. But now at least you know going forward, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this next nigga. Lucky you. No, okay, boom. We got to move on. So, Brittany Griner back in these streets.
She free.
Back in these American streets. I
free
swear.
breezy.
Hey, they went and got her motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
Now, what did I say she was going to have to do? If she get back to America and we bring her back, I said, oh, say, can you see?
You know what can bring Brittany to her?
Come on.
Backstreet, back.
All right. So she got a nice new haircut. Like,
okay.
You see, she cut her dreads off. And
I missed all of this.
The motherfucking, so the title read, it said, Brittany Griner cuts her hair preparing for the Russian winter. Because, like, this bitter Russian, you know, they have them out there doing labor and shit. So she wasn't about to have that shit in her face. She didn't know, though. She didn't know there was a ram in the bush. She went up there ready to sacrifice Isaac, and Abraham was about to kill Isaac. And look, Jesus said, no. The Lord said, no, don't worry, you ain't got to kill him. We just want to see how faithful you was. She thought she was about to go to jail. Hey, she was about to gear up. We came and got her motherfucking ass. Now, a lot of people are upset because they didn't get the Marine. They didn't get the other American dude. And so people are like, wow. Y'all gave up the merchant of death.
Right. The merchant. The merchant. Okay, they make a movie about this fool.
The merchant of death. Remember we talked about that? Y'all gave us, so Russia said, all right, hey, we'll give you Brittany back. We want the merchant. And we was like, all right. I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know. Some of our decisions, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just not sure. And I don't know, but we don't even have the timer on, I just realized. And so I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so she's back. I don't know. I wonder what her platform's going to be. I really think, I don't know what Biden's, why do you think they felt like that was a priority?
I think that like Biden's in a position where he wants to show some force and he wants to show strength, you know, like, and like that. To foster some pride in him right now, like some American pride and some like, you know, some hope. You know, every president wants that like hope. And she was like that beacon of like this lost one. And so if he's the one who gets to bring her home, then he gets to like, I did that. You know, I fight for Americans. Hope can be put in me. I won't leave you stranded type of feel. And so I think that was it.
You think so? I don't agree because I feel like we don't look strong at all by you doing that. You gave up the merchant of death for a WNBA player. I feel like we look crazy. I'm like, why? How does that? And then at least make it make sense. At least grab a few other American motherfuckers that's over there. You give them a whole motherfucking arms dealer for a WNBA player. Make it make sense. That doesn't even make no sense.
Right.
You didn't grab a few others then to make it like a
because you know they left
group. They left the Marine. I told you that they left, and people are tripping about that. But my thing is like, at least make it make sense because you went and got her for crimes that we put people in jail here for that. But you go and get someone from overseas, like that was like your priority. I just feel like there's too much pandering going on. Like we're such a joke. I just feel like we're becoming like the laughing stock or something. I don't know. I just don't know. But it's more, I guess, I don't know. Biden is really doing everything to secure that black vote.
Yeah. He is, but I don't think
that's crazy that's the
because I had people like writing me like she's back, as I'm so happy to have her back for Christmas, and like I am happy for her.
Yeah,
you know, like, but I don't know that I felt like our system was not doing work when she wasn't here. You know, like I didn't feel like this great injustice was happening about our system. You know, like sometimes I feel like a lot of attention is pushed or focused on our media or on our celebrity, on our people, and it's just like I'm sure there are other people. I'd want to know about the young lady who went over there with her friends and whose body's dead more than I care about Brittany Griner right now.
Well, but my thing is, but you can't act like we don't care. Our president is spending time and resources to go do that when he got other. I just feel like it's a problem. I just don't want to see little stupid shit and then be so hyped about that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, that's just how I feel. I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, is this a victory for us? I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. No, the young lady you're talking about, you want to hear about, who went to Cabo with her friend, Shanquella Robinson?
Yeah, Shanquella.
25 years old. And, at one point they're saying friends, but then obviously the footage shows they can't be her friends, the way they just let her ass get beat. And I actually haven't watched it because I don't want to, it's like, I was tired. Like when World Star came out and they were showing all those high school fighting videos, like I don't like to see people do stuff like that. It bothers me when I see it. Like I'm too much of an empath, I think. That's probably how I got into nursing, because it really be bothering me. Even when my sister tells me stories of like maybe somebody said something to her when she went somewhere, or like it bothers me when I hear people being done wrong or see it.
Yeah, and it's just like I just don't understand. Like I just don't have the need to just watch violence. I'm not excited by violence.
I don't like to see it and to know it's real
and real people being hurt.
Real.
And so it's just
and
like
she died.
She died. You
so
brought me over here.
I heard about it,
and my mom will never see me. And that's why I'm like, I care more about that. Like
and then
I care more
leave
about somebody
me
getting
here.
over there figuring out what the fuck happened there.
Yeah.
Than I do about some other international stuff that happened with somebody who made a choice. Because that young lady was over there, and I don't know all the ins and outs to why she got over there, but it wasn't her choice to die or be beaten and beaten up.
No.
And then left there. My body left there. My mama got to go get my body.
They left me. Y'all all left me here. Nobody thought, y'all all came, whatever, friends. We all came here together, but everybody left without me.
Yeah.
I remember getting drunk and being left and thinking that was a crime.
I'm like,
I woke up. Girl, I woke up. And, you wake up out of a drunken stupor and you don't know what time it is. So I just remember calling old girl, the quote unquote friend. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, what time is the flight? She's like, what flight? And I'm like, our flight. She was like, you missed that flight. And I looked at the time. I was like, holy fuck, I like slept all day. Yeah. She's like, I tried to wake you, but you couldn't get up. And I just never forget. My other friends were like, I would have never just left you in Vegas. No. Like
we would have both missed our flight.
Or you would have been up or something. Bitch, I would have got you up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think about that because I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't have did that either.
No.
Because I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have left somebody. So
we come here together. We come here as a unit. And it's just like, we talk about all this Me Too and standing together, sticking together.
But we don't do basic shit.
And it's just like, if I come here with you, I'm not leaving here with you.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, how do you feel good about that?
Like, my friends would be like, I'll meet a nigga. It was so funny because D-Ray has a joke like, girls won't let you then leave with a nigga you know you got history with.
Yeah.
You know, like exactly. I got friends who'll be like, you said you didn't fuck with him right now. And I'm like, I'm going home with him.
I know she liked him back in the day, but the last time she wasn't really feeling him. Exactly.
But you not. He gonna have to come pick you up from the house if he still really want to come see you and you still really want to see him. And it's gonna be like, okay.
Exactly.
Because it's just like, you don't do that. You take care of each other.
No.
Especially if you call it the friends. If not, then let me know. I'm going on a single trip. I'm an associate's trip. And then I probably won't go.
And that's what's so funny. And that's what has fucked me up too. Is because I feel that way. I feel like, I'm like, oh, okay. That's who that person is. I'm like, dang, because I wouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have did that. But it lets you know, like, okay, this is where we stand then. But I guess it's good to find that out sooner than later.
Yeah, but how soon do you find it out? She found it out on the trip.
And she died. Well, she died.
Yes.
And so, like, yeah. So, I mean, did she even?
And I feel like there's something around the fact that they said that they like got her drunk and beat her up, or they were fighting in the room. It's all these like weird shit behind it. It's like, why can't nobody account for what the fuck happened to me too?
What I also feel like is the way they were all keeping quiet too is like y'all all were involved maybe in some way then. Mm-hmm. How did they get y'all to stay quiet? Because they say that the footage only leaked because certain people wanted it to be known that they weren't the ones directly involved. So within the camp, the footage was leaked because I think they were trying to, because right now all you got is a dead body. Nobody knows what happened. It makes sense that one of you motherfuckers would leak the footage so that everybody knows, well, it wasn't me. This was the one who actually physically fought her. We're guilty of recording and egging it on. But we felt that's a lesser crime. But still, everybody kind of knows the spirit then that was around her.
Yeah.
The energy that's around her. None of these people cared enough.
What is this?
And I hear it was
Fight
bad.
Club?
And like I said, I never could watch it. But I hear that the way that she beat her bad. Like really bad.
Yeah, she's dead. So you had to really be hurting her.
The injuries, like the way, but also that's why, because at one point they thought it was a transgender. Do you remember hearing that? Because they said the way that she was handled. That's why I say, so not just but like really beat this girl. And she had been in the shower before too. And they pulled her out of she got out of the shower and it was like, and people were just recording it. Ghetto shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get that. I don't get the need for like violence, and especially to hurt somebody in such a malicious way.
It's like the most.
It's like, did you bring me out here for this?
Period. It's the most basic shit ever. It's like, oh, okay. Because now I'm thinking like, I still don't know exactly why she was fighting her.
Yeah, that's like, I pray for her mama because it's like I gotta
Can
go.
You imagine?
No, like I sent my girl because my mom know my friends, so it's just like. She damn near, if I told her I was going somewhere in Mexico and she'd be like, with who? And she couldn't recognize any of them. She'd be like, she's going to call me every day. Right. But it's just like, now I got to go over here and get my daughter. And I can't even get a full story from y'all.
And y'all told me she was drunk or she drank a lot.
Yeah. It's just
so you left her. So I know that much that y'all left her. So I'm already concerned there.
Yeah.
That y'all left her. It's like, okay, everybody's back.
Country.
Everybody's back in the States but mine.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Like, y'all back early.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Weird shit.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I pray for that girl's mom because
rest in peace. And that's really awful.
Yeah,
and it's sad. And hopefully they'll find out the truth. Yeah. So I think we have something to celebrate here, being in Colorado. Deion Sanders coming out here.
Deion, prime time.
Hey, Deion is coming out here. So should we be, as Coloradans, should we be happy? But as Black people, should we be mad? Should
Deion, the boy Deion getting some hate. And I would say this, like I was a part of so I played for a school and we got a D1 coach and he was coming to change our program around. So that's why he brought me there. So I left, I recruited and went to freaking Podunk, Alabama, so I could be
Podunk.
I didn't know the state of Alabama when I was, but you know what I'm saying? Like I knew it was over there.
Yeah.
And because I was following this coach, who was this great D1 coach, and I knew I would learn a lot under him, and I did.
Yeah.
So we became like, first year we didn't do great because first year turnaround a program was really hard. Second year we were the last team to go undefeated D2, and we ended up winning our conference, just turning the fuck up because of him. Mm-hmm. And then he got offered a better job and then in turn left him and he took our assistant coach who I learned a lot from as well. And I feel some kind of way because it's just like, to me, right, and his commitment was just to come to turn the program around, and he did. And a lot of my teammates left and went to other D1 schools when he left because it's just like, he's not here anymore to make our foundation. Who we gonna get? Like that hoe over there? And so I feel like I can see why people are a little bit upset with Deion because, like, if your intention, which you spoke these intention, was to come and start bringing better athletes to HBCUs. By leaving, you don't do that. Yeah. You may have done that, but even you're leaving and you're taking the athletes with you. Now, truth be said, if Deion was leaving, but if Deion was leaving, they were going to leave either way. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, even if you told me not to, like, you brought me here, you didn't stay enough to make a team, a foundation, a coaching staff, and a spirit of this team being that, like Saban did with Alabama. Saban can leave Alabama, and Saban is still Alabama.
They were so Jackson was undefeated, right?
Yeah,
undefeated. I mean, that's pretty.
I'm not saying he didn't do well as a coach this year. I'm saying he just stayed long enough to build that to be not a one-off of this year. And so by leaving, you kind of were a flash in the pan there. And then what you were trying to, encourage to happen, which is top D1 athletes to come to HBCUs, you kind of didn't finish that through.
Yeah.
Because you're leaving. You're not even going to a big D1. You're going to fucking Boulder.
But how many? No, he's coming to see you. Coming to see you, Boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to get paid a lot more money. He said it wasn't about the money, though. But I don't know. It's like a huge difference. But I wonder, too, like,
it is a huge difference because those programs don't make as much because of exactly why we're saying why we need better athletes to go there.
But the issue that you're bringing up, I feel like with Deion, is the issue that I see with all the other people too, is that you want to do something, but nobody is willing to do fully, or you want to bring attention to this thing, but nobody is willing to be the martyr. Nobody is willing to say, okay, well, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to make this my mission. And that's the issue, right? Which I guess, because that's how I actually feel that way about a lot of other people too. It's like, yeah, you're saying this and doing that, but nobody wants to do the real.
You gotta
because
finish it through,
you realize the real work requires a lot from you. And I think
sacrifice.
And I think people don't want to. Nobody wants to be the first one to do that. I feel.
Yeah. And like now on the flip end of that is I'm excited to see him in Colorado. We'll get some sprinkle of some
it's
diversity
gonna be some
in Colorado.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like that's going to bring some things
Boulder
here.
is already a little bit diverse where I see Asians there. So like
no,
now,
it's a real hippie type town.
So now I see maybe Asians and Blacks, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, people coming out here now. That's going to be a very interesting.
That'd be interesting. It'd be good to see some Black folks on the train or something. But
hey, we are the Black folks on the train.
We are,
okay?
And I'm
Don't
excited for him
us.
for that to be invited to be over that program. That means he proved himself as a coach, just like Jackson was supposed to be proving himself as a big contender as a football school. So I'm proud of him for that, but I am a little bit disheartened that it's just like so soon. Well, I wish he would have gave it 4 years.
And think about that too. If we had that type of like a consistent element or excellence like that, like what
like
we
you
could
can't
be.
get me.
So
like I'm staying here, Jackson. You can't get me. Like I'll pay you this.
Just
no,
imagine
you can't get me.
what we would become. But that's why I'm saying nobody really wants. Maybe is that the issue? Nobody wants to be the one to lay those foundations.
It's hard.
But what we could do though, once somebody commits, I just don't know if we have the type of people who commit to shit like that no more.
I think it's a catch-22 because like we're trying to get people to build something institutional, but then we're also trying to break down doors, and it's hard to do both at the same time. It's hard to build a foundation and break down new doors.
Yeah.
Right? Like even I would think about like property management. It's really hard to renovate units and then still maintain old residents. It's extremely hard. It's easier to gut a whole building than it is to do that. And so I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to build himself and his legacy as a football coach, which means he wants to, grow and expand, but then he also wants to break down doors and barriers for Black athletes that's in HBCUs. Those are two very different pathways to do two very different things. And I could see it's not easy. So I'm not saying that he took that decision lightly. I don't think he had malice in his decisions at all, but
yeah. I don't know. It's also tricky. So I didn't really know how to feel. I'm not a sports person, but this has been everywhere. So, and plus, he's coming to Colorado. So was like, what? We got Sierra and Russell, which I don't know. Are the Broncos doing any?
Horribly.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Oh, it's okay. They don't want to be here. Maybe they didn't want to be here.
I think Russell wanted to be here. I think Russell forgot that he needed a team now.
Oh.
Like, I don't know that he's being a good teammate out here. It doesn't seem like he is.
Oh, well, I don't know. I guess we try. More people are coming out here, and it'll be interesting. It's interesting already to see how much Colorado has grown.
Yeah.
But the sports thing, that'll be interesting to see what happens, the type of people that come out here now because Deion is out here. So that'll be interesting. But what else we never talked about? So how they were tripping Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, how that picture resurfaced of him when he was in like high school or something, and they were attempting to integrate. They was bringing.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we did. I feel like we talked about it. I'm pretty sure we did. Like, keep going. I'm pretty sure we did, though.
I didn't remember if we had talked about the fact that they're tripping because they're like, oh, Kyrie had to do all this stuff, but Jerry Jones is in the picture. Basically opposing integration.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I thought was so funny is I'm like, yeah, but can we put it? Are we dumb? I don't know. We're dumb.
I mean, I don't think it's the same thing, but I do feel like it's like,
what can you do?
I feel like with the questions about the freedom of speech of the Black man versus the freedom of speech versus the white man.
No, I agree with. Now that's a whole totally different thing. But that makes no sense to me. Just like the Kyrie Irving situation makes no sense to me. But that makes no sense to me. How can you're just gonna be digging shit up from niggas? If I lived during a certain time, how you go? And literally, he's not even one of the ones in the front. Which, not to say any of that means anything. They're out there. Because you got the ones in the front directly facing the Black students and and like being real menacing and all that shit. He's like one of the ones on the side of the crowd kind of looking. But, he went to this high school at this time and they didn't want to be integrated. Mm-hmm. And so people are like, look at this. And it's like, but I'm like, how can we? Because we got to start looking at everybody then.
Yeah, and I don't need my shit to be dug up from when Twitter first started.
No, we can't.
Because I was out here tweeting like Donald Trump. So,
girl,
I'm so happy
I can't even get my shit off Facebook. That's what makes me mad. The fact that somebody, like I told you, to try and get my old Facebook page removed, I had to send an ID to this company proving to them that I was me. I've sent it to them like 4 times. and I have not heard anything. So they just have my shit up. I can't delete. I can't remove nothing. I can't even log in anymore. And so I'm just thinking about all the shit that I've said on there that I don't like. I'm just like, I'm like, somebody knew that was going to be valuable. And basically has all this shit. And I don't know what the fuck I was talking about back then.
I know.
I mean, oh my God. Some of the stuff I can remember is one thing, but some of the stuff that I know I've blocked out.
Cookie was a wild one. That mouth was fierce. Okay.
It was way, way worse. Way worse. That's why I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's one of them things that I'm nervous about because it's like, if, let's say we become famous.
When?
I don't know. Do we want to be known? Famous for our voices.
I don't want notoriety, yeah.
Oh my God, for our voices. But let's say in a different world, whatever, we became famous. And somebody went and pulled back that shit up.
They're going to be like, this bitch is
First
always
they're going to call me a racist. They're going to call me, they're going to say like, this bitch is a racist.
They're going to call me a hotel.
She's a sexist.
I'm over here being all deep, talking about, I'm earth and multiplied squared. I'm energy 2 times.
Oh, I do have shit like that too.
My shit is weird as hell.
I have shit like that too.
And I was not high. I was just feeling it.
They were like, she's way out in the ethers. Yeah, they're going to think you high. They're going to think that she was they're going to see some things and be like, wow, she was really sexist or whatever. And I'm just like, but why is that? How come you want to judge me? At what point why do you get power over who I am at what different time?
Yeah.
How come I don't get to how come you get to pick different scenes in my life and let that define me totally?
Right. And I can't rewrite my narrative. And so why are you trying to?
Yeah, that's the craziest
all that
thing.
got me to be who I am. So if him standing there in that integration line got him to eventually have to integrate because he was on the basketball team.
Well, he was just in that time too.
But if whatever I did got me to be exactly who I am at this moment.
Period.
So,
and I don't know why a lot of people in our time and space right now have this feeling like back in the day they would have been Harriet Tubman.
Right. Like,
or they would have been, I would have been fighting the system. It's like, you would have been like everybody else because this would have been so normal for you.
Yeah.
That everybody swears they would have just been the rebel.
And like some of that's happening now where you at.
When you ain't doing shit. You typing online. And that's nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's the funny part about it. That's why I'm like, how can we get mad at him for being in a picture? It's like I'm being penalized because I went to school here during this time and I'm white. Like, I don't know.
Right.
So I don't know, but yeah, it's one of them things. I also didn't know. Are you aware of like these trips to Dubai that these girls go on?
No. Oh, shit. I feel like I heard a little bit about it.
Have you heard about? Let me tell you. Okay, so they say like a lot of these girls that you see online who are like, famous content creators, and they take these trips and all you can see that they do is really just record their lives. Well, they say they'll take trips to Dubai and solo trips by themselves. And they'll go there and meet up with those men out there and, do things for thousands and thousands of dollars.
Do you have to be a virgin?
No, they ain't trying to marry your ass. So you don't got to be a virgin. I think they probably prefer you not be. But they're like basically shitting on these girls.
What? Like taking a shit like in my vagina?
In their,
like your vagina can't even fit
their
shit
mouths and like doing there's like these
That's crazy. The first thing I thought about was my vagina.
Trips. But the thing is, when I first heard about it,
shitty ass mouth, yuck mouth.
When I first heard about it, I said to myself, why is that something that somebody wants to get off to? But
right.
Do you know what I realized? I got deep with it. Okay, when you look at those men over there and how restrictive they are with their women. It makes sense because here you take the freest woman, the woman of the West, and you have her come over here and you shit in her mouth for thousands of dollars. And so...
Because she needs money. Well, not needs money, but she has to find ways to get the money on her own because I'm not getting it. And so she's uncontrolled, so she's getting it in whatever way she can, whether it's like gruesome or not. And it's just because... You know how I used to, like, in my classroom... I would tell the kids who mama not going to pick up when I call them. And it's like, because you act like this here because your mama not at home.
Because your mama.
Or your daddy not at home. Or like,
tell.
I had this one kid, Dakia, and she just used to talk crazy to me and everything. And like, I'm going to tell my mama. And I'm like, I wish you would because I can't get on the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to say shit like that because I used to be like, you act this way because you don't have no discipline.
I can't get a hold
no
of
one
it.
is watching you. No one's watching over you. And so you are childish and uncontrolled. And that's what's happening right now. Like, at some point that women need boundaries. And it's so un-me too to say that women need boundaries.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We need, like, men to help us found them. But men need boundaries too.
They do.
We both need each other. We need to set boundaries for each other, right? And without those boundaries, it'd be the fucking wet. It'd be wild, wild west.
Oh, well, it makes sense to me because think about this, right? Here I am. What do they call them? Sikhs or sheiks? I don't know. Anyways, they got all that money over there for that oil money. I don't know what the hell. You getting these girls over there from the U.S. and other places all over the world, and you telling them, hey, I pay you this, just let me do this. And they laying on their backs, opening their mouths, and you shitting. You do the most, what is it? It's like the most degrading thing you can do to another human being.
Hug them after that shit?
No, there's not. I think that's the sexual aspect of it.
They just walk out. They take a shit and walk out.
Shit on them. I believe there are some sexual acts because the girls are naked too. And then they'll rub it on. There's all types of crazy stuff, right? But my thing is this. You tell me that I used to think one way about it, but now I realize that the women over there probably think to themselves, it's good that we're here because look what we could be. We could be like them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think you want to be like them all free, but look at them. Look what they're doing. Because I'm pretty sure he's not shitting in his women's mouth.
No, because he has to kiss her.
He kisses her. You're just like a dirty. Anybody can buy you with this, and you're the freest woman on the planet, the Western woman. Yeah. And look at what you're doing. I got you on your back. Yeah. And so it's so funny because it's like that probably gives them more reason to be so restrictive or strict on their women. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you think this money is a lot of money, so you think I value it. But the fact that you think that this little money to me is something is the reason why I don't value you.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is nothing. Yeah, like I do this every day.
I value my 3 wives, and because like I have to pay for them and I have to take care of them consistently. And so like there's some value to them to me. Now, do I see them as equals? No, probably not.
You're a toilet.
But like, look what I just did to this. So it's just like, and like, there's just like a grit and grunge. And I was watching, so 2 things. I got a friend who's an escort. Okay. And she goes over to like Dubai and that kind of shit. And she didn't really tell me about that fucking mud bucking, whatever it is. Bucket. I kind of want to ask her about it, but she is like really big on advocating for the rights of escorts and like
sex workers and
that kind of stuff. Because she's like, it's not all, nastiness to it. But I told you I watched that movie Zola, and it was just interesting because when you see the girl was a stripper, and it was just really sucky because the assumption was that like she was a stripper, so she had this just really bad upbringing or whatever, and she did it. But you see also this other girl she's hanging out with, this younger white girl who's like a sex worker and having sex for money, and the men that's coming. And it was just interesting because the little movie, really like good movie actually for it to be what it was. But you see the men coming in, and some of them are gross and nasty, but some of them are not. Some of them are young, some of them are, and they coming in and they paying for sex, and it's just like, and for them it's just a simple exchange of like, I need to get this off. And so like you see such grunge and nastiness in your mind with some of the sex work when it's really like, it's the same shit you doing.
Well, and my thing is that there are some men, if they didn't pay for it, they wouldn't get any of it. Mm-hmm. So, or
they would take it.
You know what I'm saying? Well, and that still will happen even in the midst of, because some people just have a sexual deviation where they want to take it. They just don't want you to be a willing participant. Mm-hmm. But it's funny because we act like sex, this most natural thing, like, yes, it's happening. I mean, that's the way it is. Like, so I don't know. Obviously, it's big business because there's a loyal customer base.
Right. Ghetto. That leads me to all of this, because just the fact that like it's niggas over in there in the Middle East that want to shit in your mouth. Let me just. This is why fucking Earth is ghetto.
Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Can you beam me up? I'm out on the street.
So Earth is ghetto to me because I just realized that Joe Biden just recently, within this last week, signed a bill that protects interracial marriage and same-sex marriage. And the reason why I think this is ghetto is because, what is this, 8:42, December 20th almost, and we're just now addressing interracial marriage, and it's just like, when I dug deeper into it, it was like, oh no, this is just to protect it, to make sure
that it can never
be overturned, like Roe v. Wade. And like, I think it's ghetto to me because I think it's a ploy on our emotions. I think it's a ploy to kind of
they pander so much
to like, oh, we don't want it to be overturned like Roe v. Wade. Like y'all just now thinking about this, or like now we just pushing same-sex marriage in with that. Are we going to really further define that? And then it's also like, but we still ain't pushed through the fact that it's only just an amendment that we freed the slaves. So we ain't pushing niggas' freedom through though. But like, so I just thought it was an attempt to me that looked like it was like
he does that
a gift horse. Like it was like,
yes,
this like
I feel like that's all they do. I feel like even with the Brittany Griner thing, it's a lot of pandering.
Yeah,
they pander to us, and it's like that sounds good to do, right? Mm-hmm. Like I'm going to make sure that we can always marry who we want. It's like okay,
I almost called my boo and was like, we can get married now.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, we couldn't.
And so that's why. And like I told you, I'm like thinking to myself, like, what about my other rights that you're trying to, maybe we should solidify some other shit too. Cause I'm gonna need my guns because niggas is wilding.
Yeah, it's just like
I know they're gonna try to change it. Well, that needs to be changed. But you can marry whoever you want to marry. I'm not even trying to get married right now, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you want to make me feel good about that? Like, you know what? But I think he must be doing bad with the blacks.
I think he's doing bad. Period. Like, I think he's doing. I think like we got a lot of shit going on. You got like. You got this mixed emotion about like abortions. You got this mixed emotion about like being black in this country. You got the fact that we're in a recession. You got global warming. Fucking Lake Mead is almost like 200 feet below it. And we worried about our, a lot of our Western states not like going through a drought, not having water, like Phoenix and Vegas. Like it's a lot of shit going on.
Yes.
And you up here sending $500,000, $500 billion out the country.
$55 billion. You pledged $55 billion to Africa over the next 3 years.
Out the country. And it's just like,
why?
I'm looking around like you can turn the faucet on the $55 billion and make sure Lake Mead get filled back up so Hoover Dam won't have to shut down. So I'm just like,
period.
Shit is
$55 billion to Africa. You got Africans here.
Student loans still ain't forgiven, bro.
You got Africans here. Matter of fact, they've been here so long, they're called Americans now. That's, you know what I'm saying? That we right here. Put it right here. I don't understand. I'm like, what are we doing? What is our objective?
Where'd you get the money from that, Brad? Because we are in a recession.
You just pulled $55 billion for Africa?
Yo, put that stimulus back into, like you was doing before. So it's just like...
And everything is like palpably more expensive. Like you do notice it. It's like the grocery store.
Very evidently.
You really know. It's like, damn. It's like, I mean, I'm still
Milk,
getting it, thank
water.
God. But I'm thinking to myself, damn, this is significantly different.
Yes.
That I'm noticing.
Charmin is like $5.
And I got to have Charmin. Now, I'm not going to do less than Charmin, but I have noticed because I need my double ply and all that shit.
Yeah, this shit is insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. So that's why I'm like,
shit, everything I'm buying, I'm like,
it's like, it's like significantly
and it's not
higher.
that we're getting better quality. And like, I think we talked about this before though, like the fact that America is built off our movement of goods. Yeah. We have to. You could take that $55 billion and make it to where our economy won't crash so much because of our goods and sales. If we had more ownership and equity, if we were just like Austria, built off, our income and our stability of our economy was driven off more than just the buying and selling of goods and more off land ownership and rentalship and that kind of stuff, then we can have a bigger foundation than we had and not be so fickle. We in the fact that now if people stop buying milk, people get laid off and we go into a recession. Yeah. If people stop buying gas, like we are in this very much, but then people not getting more money and inflation is going up. Like we are in a very,
horrible.
And it's like we got to step. These cycles are very much so always going to happen. Very evident. We can.
Yeah.
Predict them because of our economy, but why don't we change what our economy is based off on? That's not like, it doesn't have to be off commerce the way it is. And it's just like, I'm just a little over it. I think this whole thing is ghetto. Earth is ghetto.
No, it is. And I agree, but I still feel
$55 billion on student loan debt.
$55 billion. That is a lot of money. Yes. I was like, damn, we balling. We just throwing that shit out there like that. I'm like, just to Africa, and I now pledge $55 billion to Africa. And I'm like, there he go again. That's why I said he's got to be doing really bad with us because I just feel like there's so much being done. It's like, oh, Biden wants...
See now, my grandma keeps signing her jewelry over to me. That's what happened when you're too old. You just start giving away shit. You like, Granny, I don't
Grandma,
need this right now.
Grandma, you did say I was going to get this.
Are you trying to sign away your house and your pearls to me right now? Granny, I mean, thank you, but I don't need this today. You're good.
Just period.
Be giving shit away. Like, baby, why you here? Go back there and get that diamond ring. Like, oh my God.
Seriously. No. But no, okay. Have you noticed this? Like, I feel like everybody is now talking about being a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to lie. I was like, everybody must have learned this word the same day because we all, it's like, narcissist,
I survived a narcissist.
I survived it. 10 red flags of a narcissist. How to know if you're with a narcissist.
I definitely survived a narcissist, but okay.
See, with that. Okay, how do you? Okay, see, that's my thing. I started hearing the word so much, I had to Google it to see, like, am I one? Because I'm like, wait, am I a narcissist? And I'm like, and I was like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I still am kind of unclear.
What definition did you get when you Googled it?
Like, it was just like basically someone that thinks very, very highly of themselves. Which, okay, that's not bad by itself. First, right? Thinks very, very highly of themselves and doesn't. But I think and nobody else has anything to really offer because you think so highly of yourself. And like a lot of gaslighting and I'm still really not clear on what the hell is a narcissist.
So what I gathered from it is when I first heard about narcissists and then realized I survived one, it's just someone who is so self-deprecating, so into themselves that they will harm and cut anyone else out, and it's about them. And there's no in place when they think that they aren't right, moving towards right, thinking what's right, or so high that they will cutthroat anybody around them. And so to the place to where it's like it's not human, like because humans are naturally selfish and we should be, but then it's
not human.
Well, to the point to where it's like it's past our normal level of selfishness. Like we should be selfish, right? Like
so could it be it's a disorder? So there's
it's like a brain, like it's kind of like I wouldn't call it like a mental disorder, but the way they describe it is like that. Like narcissism is just like a mental state. A narcissist is a person, is like a sociopath in the same way.
Do we have I wonder, have they listed out like some kind of a playbook on how you create these people or how they're created?
I believe I read something that said that like a lot of time it's children who have been like not told they're wrong, children who can't cope with like being told they're wrong, being coddled, who don't understand that it doesn't revolve around them, that their feelings are the only ones that care. And so when you nurture that, you nurture this narcissist who thinks it's all about me. I can't be wrong. I can't accept criticism for being wrong. And like, I'll cutthroat anybody around me for my self-preservation.
So do they know? And they lack an awareness of this, right?
Mm-hmm. They do. They lack an awareness. They think it's like normal behavior and it's not.
See,
they think some of their choices would be like normal choices and it's not.
Oh.
Because it has to be about me. It's always going to be about me. And I have to survive me. And then you love me. That's why you make it about me too.
Oh.
Very hard person to live with, Mary, for sure.
Oh my God. But then I'm
writing a book called Surviving a Narcissist, coming out by Kimmy.
Kimmy. Forward by Cookie.
Check my Lifetime story.
For real, forward. Because Cookie doing the forward because I'm just like, hold on. It's so crazy because it's so funny now to think about all the different terms we have for people that we just thought were just people. We're like, God, he's just crazy. He's just an asshole. Or she is so like oblivious. Like, I don't know. Have you ever had a conversation with someone who was totally oblivious to you talking back to them?
No, but I do have a friend who's like not self-aware at all. And it's just like, she has no idea. She's so unself-aware.
Yes.
Like, you don't ask that. You don't say that. Like,
so that's a level
no
of
social cues.
You got to watch how you create them too. It's like, how the fuck do you create those people? I have a cousin like that.
I think everything is about like socialization. Like even with, I ain't gonna make it like Wellington, but with like Wellington, like if I coddled him from dogs too early, right, then he would not socialize well. But if we introduce him, like he's super friendly. We introduced him to dogs so early because he grew up in a litter that he thinks every dog is his friend. So we're kind of having to counteract against that. So it's just about like how you socialize and how you teach.
Yeah.
Right? Like how you teach right and wrong. How like there's sometimes when I like want to coddle him and sometimes I'm like, no, you're gonna have to like be able to sit with yourself by yourself because
you do.
You have dogs now that have
anxiety and depression.
They'll have like separation anxiety.
They're all like on Cymbalta and shit, like antidepressants.
They'll bite themselves. So that's why there's a lot of times I love to coddle him, but a lot of times I'm like, no, you got this. Figure it out by yourself. Like I can't just go to every wine that you do because then you're gonna think that I'm at your beck and call, and I'm not.
Yeah,
So
no,
I think
that's
the same
true.
As with kids. I don't know because I don't have any.
Jordan Peterson said that though. He said, there were times he would take his kid to the park and he would tell them, go run over there, but I'm right here if you need me. But you need them to run off alone too. Mm-hmm. But just, be close so that you can come back and know you have that comfort, that foundation. Mm-hmm. But each time you go further and further to next thing you know, you out playing with a kid. Mm-hmm. You're not even thinking about me. Mm-hmm. But I have to push you to go further beyond your comfort zone or I know you're not going to make it out
No,
here.
no, you're going to stay close to me, and I can't always be
dysfunctionally.
there. Yeah.
Because you also see those dysfunctional relationships between adult children and their parents, where it's almost like you just never flew away from the nest.
Yeah, it's just like, why are you still living with your mom? I got a cousin that's like that. It's like, bruh, okay, you're 43.
Come on. And the thing is, we know that that's not helpful, because how would we be able to grow as a people and society if sons just stayed home with their moms and never went out to get women? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Because in Brazil, they stay home with their parents longer so they can find each other and get married. But it's just like, this is intent. There's intent to this. We're saving money.
Yes.
It's not like, I just want to be here. It's
right.
like,
no, I just want to be here.
Yeah.
And maybe that's even better. You don't leave until it's with somebody who's substantial. You know, versus, I don't know, we out here in these streets.
You just like, I just want to settle down. He's the first one I met. You know, like, oh, Tim.
Yeah.
Whereas you're like, now you got to come to my house first. So now I got to think about who you are. Because if we can't date long enough, if you can't come to my house long enough, and if you can't come to my house, you probably ain't the one.
But see, here's my thing. Is that also a problem for us Western free women who are out here? Because it's like, first of all, I have more, I'm getting pickier and pickier. And it's like, I'm out here now in the dating pool, and it's like, I don't know. Do I make it harder for me to get back into something, being that, you know, we don't have that type of a situation where I stay home and then I'm gone with my partner for life, versus I'm out here.
I think you do have to practice like inclusion. You have to practice like letting someone in your space. You have to practice like wanting someone in your space. And I think you practice that with friendship and with, you know, certain things. You have to intentionally make that space up, because you will at some point be like, get so intrinsically like, my stuff. This is where I want it. This is where I want to place it. So I think it's there's an intentionality behind it. This is like it's the same thing with like our meditation, and then you practice softness, right? You practice openness, which is like allowing someone to come in too. So
allowing someone to come in, and the only way you can allow a motherfucker to come in is to get in these streets.
The streets be calling my name.
The streets be calling my name. So listen, all right, okay. You know, I said I would never tell this story because I wanted to move on with my life. Okay. But since we are here, you know, and on the Kim and Cookie podcast, Conversations with Kim and Cookie, you could have been anywhere.
You could have.
But you're here with me.
We were checking out. Don't forget to still send us some DMs.
Come on.
Send us some messages.
Yeah, I didn't look. That's why I was like, I got to give one of my own damn stories.
Kim and Cookie podcast at gmail.com or Kim and Cookie podcast on IG.
Yes. So, guys, yes, drop us your stories, because, like I said, I didn't get a chance to look. So then I was like, damn, now I got to tell one of my stories. So, the streets was calling. Oh, once upon a time. The streets was calling. No, okay, so this is old. Okay, I'm not going to give exact years, but it's old. So I was, you know, I had been, you know, seeing this guy or whatever, right? I was seeing him. And he was cool. He was really, really fine. I just remember that.
And he was like your boo. You seeing him like dating?
Like we were seeing each other regularly.
I used to see this nigga like I used to see him.
We hadn't been physical with each other, but I really liked him. Like I saw it going in that direction, right? Yeah. And so, whatever. So boom. So at the time, so my sister, one of her really good friends, this young gay black dude, his name was Wayne. Wayne. Okay. And he was so funny. He used to hang out with my family all the time. We loved him. And Wayne was, you know, very flamboyantly dressed like a male, but just very, very feminine in the way he spoke, his mannerisms, whatever. And we just loved Wayne, whatever. So my sister calls me one day and she's like, hey, Wayne called me and told me to tell you something. And I said, what? You know, and she's like, he said you need to be careful who you dealing with, because he knows somebody that you're dealing with. And so now I'm already irritated, because I'm like, okay, I know Wayne's gay. And I'm just thinking to myself, you don't know none of the niggas I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already kind of like defensive. And so I'm just knowing it's a mistake. It's a mistake. So me and my sister going back and forth till finally she's able to get Wayne on the phone. And Wayne, because I was like, Wayne, I think you got the wrong, like, you know, dude or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, no. He's like, I can call him on three-way right now. And I'm like, oh.
Damn, three-way got everybody.
Remember three-way back in the day?
I done got banged up off three-way. Like, you like Sarah? No. Well, she's on the phone. I'm like, oh my God.
See, didn't you say that you don't even fuck with her like that because she was two-faced?
Right. So now I used to be, somebody asked me about the phone. I used to be like, they are a lovely person of God. Yeah, I love
said
him.
that. No, what I said was that, you know,
I don't remember that.
to each his own is
No,
what I said.
Because I'm like, y'all not gonna catch me up.
You're not gonna call me and ask me questions. First of all,
exactly. Like
why you call? You call
fucking
me
three-way.
Come three-way call.
You know, now your phone do some weird shit when you click somebody.
Man, people be knowing.
ring
Like,
different.
some
like,
people know too. Like, oh, you got me on.
Them folks on that fuck shit. They be like, well, I hear that beep in the background. Like,
I want to say, when
shit.
we recorded my stalker, did we? I don't know if he was becoming the wiser, but the motherfucker just let to hear himself talk so much, it was easy to record.
I know, but that's what I was like, we can't call me on because it'd be like call connected.
I know.
So I'm like, let me put it on speakerphone and I'm gonna record him on my iPad. Kim and Cookie will catch you up.
Man,
Split, girl.
but I swear to God, he was talking so much. I swear to God, I said, this must have been the part where she just put the phone down and had to go do some shit.
I did.
Because this nigga was just talking and talking. But anyways, okay. No, back to Wayne, y'all. Okay, so look. So basically, Wayne was like, no, I'm talking about whoop-de-whoop. Like, just let me know. Like, I got the right person and I'll call him on three-way right now. And so I'm like, okay, because you know, also, even though I'm kind of like, what the fuck? I'm also like, you're going to call this thing on three-way? Okay, because, you know, whatever. So he calls, and I think the first time he called, he answered something. So finally he calls, and he answered, and, you know, I had to mute my phone because, you know, first of all, I'm listening.
Yeah, it's three-way rules. Mute your phone.
Yeah, I gotta mute my phone because I don't want you to hear nothing, right? Mm-hmm. Even if I say I'm gonna be quiet, you mute your phone. But I can't even describe the feeling I felt when I heard him with my own ears, like as they talking and stuff or whatever. Like, I want to see you. Wayne tells him he wants.
So did he pick up like he knew him? Like, hey girl.
He was like, it was, you know. Well, first of all, the nigga's like a straight nigga. Like, it went on, hey girl. Oh, you mean Wayne? Yeah, Wayne talk. One thing I did notice about Wayne though, he would still be his little feminine self, but he's a little bit different when he talks to niggas. But yeah, but for the most part, it's still like, hey, you know, like, so what you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? That type shit. Uh-huh. And so they're talking and everything, and I'm just like tripping because I'm like, and he hadn't even said, it was just the fact that I knew what this meant. He didn't say nothing at first. It was just
they could be friends.
No, but you just knew. But then he told him, he said, you know, I'm gonna blow your back out, right? No, I heard this nigga say it with my own.
Was your sister on the phone?
Ears. Yes.
You need to come to my room because I'm in tears.
With my own ears. My own ears. Do you hear me? I said
my ears.
My ears.
Did it sound familiar?
My ears.
Like dang, he just be talking to me.
So here, listen though, and I'm just like, what is this? I just can't. It was. This was. You got okay. Remember. Okay. Think about this. I'm 38 years old. This is like 2003. We're talking around 2003. So all this shit y'all talking about now, yeah, niggas was gay and stuff, and all that shit was that, but it was still kind of like. You being like an actual stereotypical regular nigga and being gay was still a thing of kind of like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Like, you heard about it. Like, I remember the Ricky Lake shows, the Down Low. Mm-hmm. Remember, like, he's on the DL, or this is on the DL. Oh, fucking no. But it's like, nigga, but this shit.
At least he was on the top, though. So he probably just like girls.
Okay,
but like,
first of all.
Maybe it's because girls wasn't letting him do
He
ass
was
play.
the top. I don't know what it was. What I start to think is like, what happened to you, or why you haven't, this is what you're doing? Like, okay. And it was a secret. You're definitely keeping a secret. Nobody knew because when I started, because you know me, I was young. Mm-hmm. So I was telling niggas, I'm like, no.
Wait, did you address him?
First, I was so mad. Yes. So
I would have been pissed.
Yo, let me tell you. Well, he kept going. Let me tell you how crazy it was. People was like, they didn't even believe me. That's how I know. And I know why they didn't believe me. Because if I hadn't heard it with my own ears, I heard it with my ears. Not yours. Not secondhand information, with my own ears. Bitch, I heard it. And so I heard you.
Shit.
You said it. I heard it. So right then and there, now, mind you, I didn't record it or nothing. I'm just the resource. What I'm alive for.
Right.
So when I'm talking to people,
I'm dating
and it wasn't like I'm telling I'm telling my core people, like, you will not fucking believe. Now, mind you, y'all might be like, oh, you was wrong. You shouldn't have said nothing. First of all, I'm 19 years old. Yeah, I'm 19 years old, and
He
this
out
is
here lying to women.
and
We
this
need to
is
know.
not some shit. This is some real new shit to me of hearing about like.
So what did he say when you confronted him?
So first, he's like, "What are you talking about?"
This is why I be having my gay friend out there.
Wanted to straight deny. First of all, straight denied that there was a phone call. Even denied that there was a phone call. Like, yeah, or there was no phone, or I don't even know it. Like that never happened, which I guess makes sense on his part. Why would he acknowledge there's a phone call?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where I'm saying I heard it. So, I mean, it makes sense you would deny. Because why would you be on the phone with any nigga at all, right? You have to deny the whole call. So that makes sense. But yeah, just denied it. And as I look back, it makes sense to me now as to why he would have did that. I still don't think it was right. Whatever, it's not. No. And he was like 22, 23. I'm 19, and
so he was blowing niggas out with that heart.
Man, that young, that top of the morning, beautiful morning.
No, Jesus, poor Wayne.
Man, yo, poor Wayne. No, Wayne, like that's what. No, Wayne happy. No, poor Wayne, poor me.
He cheated on you and Wayne.
You know, poor me. I'm like, wow.
Wayne sound like a squirt lover though. To try to tell you like that, I feel like he was feeling some kind of way because that was supposed to be his man.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, okay. Now you want to go to the second part. I actually do feel like if we want to speculate that Wayne actually did like him.
Yeah.
Like he liked him. Like this is the one of the ones he liked. Mm-hmm. That's how you're right. It's like the fact that it even came up. Because I mean, how many niggas you been messing with, Wayne?
Right.
Now Wayne used to mess with a bunch of niggas. Yeah. Wayne had to sneak out of gangbanger's house one night because
my gay guy friend told me though that like gay men are historically not monogamous. Like
well, here's my thing. Duh. If you look at the way men have sex heterosexually, I would imagine as a gay man, it's no different. There's probably no strings. That's probably full of no strings attached sex because all of y'all are unemotional beings.
Insert grinder. Insert grinder.
Yeah, because my gay friend, he would have a new nigga like it would just be another one and another one and another one. And it's just like, damn. And I get like dating, but it would be a bit obsessive. I mean, or excessive. I mean, like it's just a lot. But I feel like, well, if you think about how men are, it makes sense, like that y'all would, there's no emotions. It's not you're dealing with a woman. It's two men. Even if he acts feminine, he's a man, and he probably can just bump the shit and then keep it moving, suck a dick, and
dang, So Wayne lied. Y'all clearly broke up.
Well, the thing, we didn't talk no more. Well, of course not, right? Because your story now is to say that I'm a liar,
right?
Why would you still be talking to me? And why would I talk to you if you're gay? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, of course we can't talk anymore. And now you're just like, I don't know why she, like, it was like some shit. I don't know why she would say that, like, type shit. And like, but I'm not gonna lie, even my people really didn't believe me. That's how much it was just like, what are you talking about?
You got your sister to back you though, because she was on the phone too, and Wayne.
Yeah, but they don't know her like that. You know what I'm saying? Or them like that. They're just like our circle who knew my. You got to think, because my sister's younger than me, and I remember thinking, I was already mad that she came to me talking like she know what the fuck be happening up in here with us. But he did know what was happening with us.
He was sampling
it on my ears. Damn. So I'm just saying, like, you just don't.
Is Wayne on Facebook?
Wayne. What's funny is Rihanna just saw him recently, and she has said something about it, and I thought to myself, I was like, oh my God, I wonder if Wayne ever thinks about
how you outed him.
No, he outed him. Jealous lover triangle type shit. Yeah,
it's always the one. It was a guy. It's always that one like scoring gay lover who's like, you're not gonna deny me.
Yeah, I don't want to. Well, my thing is, what did I tell you though, friend? I said my main concern about this situation, as I moved on in life, I was like, okay, because I was young then, but then I get older and I'm like, I had another situation happen where one of the dudes I used to deal with, he was out with micro braids. This nigga got micro braids and wearing lip gloss.
That's a commitment. That's a commitment, because I didn't even wear micros in a while.
How long micro braids take? You had to sit in some motherfuckers between their legs on the floor below them for hours. Come on. And so and then micro braids with the glossy lips.
Did he sit between their lips?
And so but my thing is like, my thing is I was like, okay, what's going on? And my picker gotta get. I'm not saying it. I mean, I never had nothing major, but there was a couple incidents where I'm like, damn, what? If I hadn't seen or heard it with my own ears, I would. I heard that he would, and then I seen this with the micro braids.
But I feel like too though, because I got a guy friend who was bisexual, who's came out now that he's like, fully gay but bisexual too, and I think it was just like there's this dichotomy between like sometimes he can show, he was like military man. He could present really masculine. But then there were things that he liked he liked to, to be on the bottom of sex with men, and or he liked to suck men's dick. Like there's
who want to be on the bottom? Which one wanted?
First of all, women are always on the bottom if we talk about
no,
it.
we're natural bottoms. There's a difference. It's a fucking difference. So don't get it twisted. I'm a natural bottom. I can't take another position. But you, if you're choosing to be a bottom,
yeah, because he was on top of women, so he was
he wanted to feel what we feel.
Yeah, maybe sometimes he liked to be, I guess, the one who was on top, the masculine one. He was overly sexual, very sexual too. And I guess sometimes he wanted to be very submissive. And so that's how you get this.
But you can be submissive and not
get fucked in the ass?
Yeah. Like you can just maybe I'll slap you or something. But
no, I think he liked the sexual.
You want me to take it from you? Want your okay?
Yeah, I think he liked that. So I think, but it's set. When I used to ask him is there anything about the girls, and he's just like no, and I would just wonder how he would, because for a long time it was closeted, and so I would wonder we would always be you need to tell them, and I would wonder about how they miss it, because I'm
well, here's
to me
my
it was
thing.
so evident, but it's just
it's evident. Well, here's my thing. When I look back at both situations that I saw, the one dude, the first dude, total top. He seemed like an actual, stereotypical man, right? Mm-hmm. And so I could see how that could get past. When I think about the other dude with the micros, I had to think.
Did he have the
No, I had to rewind, because when you get to the end and you see a nigga in micro braids and lip gloss, it puts everything else in perspective. Think about Bruce, when Bruce became Caitlyn. Now we realize why he was wearing those big old diamonds in his ears and started growing his hair long, and it's oh, you've been trying to come out as Caitlyn, but you couldn't, because, we watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and we saw different things about his looks, and so when he explained, I hate it when I would have to cut my hair, or, I'd want to do this, we know now because you were Caitlyn. Mm-hmm. Well, now it's when I see you with micros and lip gloss, I'm okay, now I'm going back to those little hints, the precursors of lip gloss, and does that chapstick?
I think it's interesting because a couple of my not all, and I have one guy friend who doesn't hit too, so I don't think that they're on a monolith by no means.
No,
but my one guy friend who I believe is bi was very sexual and just open to so much sexual that I think it just was he just wanted to try a bunch of stuff. And I hear that a lot of time about other racial counterpoints,
pansexual. Is that do a lot of? Is that what that is? I think.
I think pansexual means there's no gender. You just love, but you just love. And you don't care what form it comes in. But he was very sexual, and so it's just I think a lot of times I hear that our non-black counterparts get this exploration with sex like men do, that black men don't get. So maybe that's why you see these explosions of these extremes in black men, because they don't get to kind of
it's repressed.
Yeah, they don't get to tamper or dabble with this.
You got to either go.
My homeboy just sucked my dick or some shit like that.
They don't get to say that.
Yeah,
you don't get to say that.
So they're boxed in a lot, and I guess maybe that's why they're boxed in sexually a lot.
Well, interesting. What do you think will happen since it's being pushed to not be so boxed in? Do you think there will be a return?
I think that there'll be a age right now, what we're in, of just mass exploration, and then I think we'll settle back out into what we really enjoy.
The basic shit, right?
What we want to do long term, because it's some of that shit is exhausting. It's just I mean, even as a girl, it's I don't want to take it in every hole all the time. Damn it, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just go back to missionary.
I got a whole bunch of places that I ain't trying to explore. So it's just at some point, I think men are going to get exhausted.
I want to watch TV.
Yeah. I just want to watch Netflix.
Me. I want to watch
I want to watch Sweet Magnolias. And
I want to go out with dinner with my friends.
Watch Spirit or some shit. So
speaking of that, we got to go. Anywho.
Well,
I love you.
I love you.
And we don't always agree.
I feel you.
But it don't matter. It's all good.
But it's all good.
Break.